Since everybody's here, we'll call the meeting to order. We'll stand and salute the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Robert? Here. Catherine? Michael? Here. Crystal?
Here.
Edwina?
Here.
Lynn?
Here.
Jennifer?
Here.
Susan? No, Susan's not here. Okay.
They went to do that.
Huh?
Vacation.
Yeah. All right, we don't have any minutes tonight. We'll skip over the expenditure reports and that stuff. We're gonna go right to the precincts so we can get them out of here, and then we'll go back to that stuff. Okay. First up, first one in here tonight was West Ossipee.
So we had some increases, obviously. Most of them due to inflation issues, cost of everything else going up. Our mutual aid dues went up, all precincts mutual aid dues went up. One of the other things that we're working on is we're hopefully going to be finishing the suppression system at Jewel Hill over the next year and a half. We've got money in capital reserve to do that. It may require some extra money in '27. However, the vast majority of it will be covered by what we have in capital reserve. We have 75 grand, give or take the cents, in capital reserve at the moment, and we will be putting another 50 in there this coming year. The aerial is paid off in '26, and one of the other line items on the warrant is $15,000. That's a grant match. We're going after a grant for a new SCBA this coming year. So our match is put in there, which is about $15,000. The overall cost of that SCBA project is right around $300,000. So our portion will be 5% of that, so 50.
Yeah, you were given out 2 weeks ago.
Oh.
That's it in a nutshell. I certainly will welcome any questions if you have them.
Okay, Lynn?
No questions, thank you.
Crystal?
Nope.
Michael?
No questions.
Robert?
I'm all good.
Catherine? Edwina?
Yeah, I have a few, and I get to say this year because I am new, but I have some questions.
Sure.
It looks like the overall budget is up 20%, is that not correct?
A little less than that, but yeah, 19, I believe.
So the plowing line, is it going up to almost $17,000?
Correct,
Can you
17 a
explain
year. That's 2 stations and our dry hydrants as well.
Okay, so it was a little under 12,000 last year. The other fire department budgets show even funding, and one is even less than. So what information do you have that says it's going to go up that much?
That's the contract that we've got from GW Brooks.
Okay.
We contract with them for 3-year period, and that was the increase that we had gotten with them. When we put it out to bid, they're the only ones that bid on it. So we don't have the means ourselves to do it, so we had to hire it out.
Okay, and I guess, again, this is just the first fire department, but the other fire departments, do they get plowed by other people?
Yes, we're completely separate from the
Right.
other two departments.
Well, I know that. Okay, so, neither of those two people, whoever's doing that, bid on your location?
No, we've put it out to bid a number of times, and that's the only response we've ever gotten.
I don't know, like, I guess I had some questions. It just seemed like it's going up all over, and we're really trying to keep the budgets at 3% increase. We understand the cost of things are going up, but the others have certainly sharpened their pencils, and this looks like a lot to me.
There's no question it's an increase. Unfortunately, there are a number of costs that we don't have control over. Insurance is one of the big ones, fuel, power, phone, everything is gone up or will go up.
Okay, I guess the only other thing I was a little confused about, it's going up almost 20%, but the loan principal and loan interest, it's in 25's budget, is not in this one because it's going to be,
It'll be paid off.
it'll be paid off.
Yes.
So it's actually, should be less.
It came out of the operating budget for 25 because of the way the loan was written. It's a lease purchase. So it's actually it's one of the warrants on the warrant. It's a warrant article on the warrant. It can't be included in the operating cost. That's why it came out of there.
Okay, well, I know you don't have any say over these, I guess, but I just had a few questions, so thank you.
By all means.
Yes, you do.
Oh, you do? I thought they had their own precincts and
No.
budget.
No,
passing.
we have the same authority over their budget as we do the town.
Okay. Thank you.
Sure.
Okay, gentlemen?
If you can actually ask my questions, thank you.
All right, I have to agree with Edwin. I think this is quite a substantial jump of 20%. I do see a lot of increases. The only thing I don't see here is any of your expenditures.
Right.
What you have actually spent on these line items.
Well,
Personally, I'd like to see some of the expenditures on this. You want to make copies of them, please?
I do.
Okay.
I actually have copies for everybody if
Okay.
they would like them.
Okay, now that we have the expenditures, I think we're gonna need to take these under review to compare and, our next meeting is going to be on December 3rd. Do you think it would be possible for you to come back on the 3rd?
Sure.
Thank you.
Okay? Huh? I'd like a motion for it, yes, please.
I'd like to make a motion that we ask the West Ossipee Fire Precinct to come back on December 3rd and present the completed budget with expenditures.
I'll second.
Okay, all in favor? Aye. All opposed?
Who's going to second that?
She seconded, she made the motion. Okay? So, we'll take West Ossipee's under advisement and review, and then back on the 3rd. Okay, thank you. All right, next up, Center Ossipee.
How you doing? I'm Joe Deacon, I'm one of the commissioners. We have Dennis here, who's another commissioner, I think. Oh, Matt, good, just on that. How are you? The same setup as always shows up here, showing the current expenditures, the budget from last year, and then in the right-hand column, the second to last column shows the requested budget, 2026, and the difference between last year's ask and this year's ask for budget. So, if you want to just, want me to just run through it?
Yep,
So for accounting, we're staying at $8,000. We're also moving some line, you'll see, and I'll go through as we do this, we want to account for things differently this year. So we stopped using QuickBooks. The accountant we were using didn't want to do payroll anymore. So we were using QuickBooks. He suggested switching to Paychecks, which is like a payroll company, complete horror show. Had them for 4 months. I was ready to kill people. We switched, so I warned him, and we switched to a completely different CPA now. And now we're with ADP. Awesome company. So anybody that needs payroll, please go with ADP. So we're going to be accounting for the cost of ADP, their charges, in the accounting from now on. So what you're seeing is the accounting charges from the accountant for the year, for helping us out with an ADRA paperwork, any other things that we need done, such as the audit for the liability insurance. We have some help us with that. So we're keeping that at 8,000. Heat, we dropped down 2,000 because we're only at we're at just under 10,000 right now, and we think we can make it through for the rest of the year on like 13. Let's see. Electric was staying at 6,000. Snow removal, 7,000. Building maintenance, keeping it at 15,000. Cell phones, 1,600. Internet and telephone, we're staying at 6,000. Dues and subscriptions, that's one thing that you'll see jump. And what we did is, because we have different things that we annually pay for, such as host testing, ladder testing, the Microsoft subscriptions that we have, different software subscriptions, things like that. We're lumping that into dues and subscriptions and testing, and you'll see that, for instance, under truck maintenance, that went down because we took that type of testing and put it up there. So we just want to account for things better. So you're going to see that went up, and bringing that to 19,000, but you'll see later down the line that different things, that money comes out of other things. Insurance, so our liability insurance went up by $6,500 this year roughly, so it just keeps going up. We have no control over that, so we're raising that by another 10,000 this year. And then it just seems to be the $6,000 hit every year. The mutual aid dues went up by 1,000, so that's going up to 10,000. We have no control over that. Last year it went up to 9,000 from 8,000. Precinct expenses, we're leaving at 13,500. Street lights, leaving at 6,500. We dropped that down by 500. Since switching to LEDs, we're having a more consistent bill. Water and sewer. This may have to change because I was just told yesterday talking to TJ that all water is going up by 10%. So that will include the hydrants also. So we pay right now $22.55 for the hydrants in Center Ossipee. So that's going to be a hit of almost $300 added on per month. So that's not included in this right now. That may have to change on the floor. Because they're still going through the hearing process right now. The executive payroll is $72.50. That, if there's any questions on that, that is the $1,450 that the elected officials get for doing their work for the year. Legal, we're leaving at $500. Rescue supplies, we went down to $4,500 from $6,500. Truck maintenance, we dropped that by $7,000 because we changed the testing, where the testing went. So that's at $20,000. Personnel equipment, that's at 30,000 still. Personal equipment maintenance is 2,100. Training is at 15,000 still. Fire truck fuel, since changing over to the state pumps, we're having a significant savings. And then, and I don't think it's just by fuel cost. Now, you're gonna see fire inspection added in there. So we have a robust fire inspection team right now. So we're gonna start tracking its costs. So there's not a lot going on, it's more postal, and we've only had a little bit of postal so far. So that's seen in precinct expenses right now. But next year it'll be, anything spent by fire inspection and fire safety will be looked at. The fire safety, we spent $269 on stuff for the school kids to come over, no bags and things like that. Radio maintenance will stay at 1,000. New equipment will be at 25,000. Fire chief salary is up by 5% to 80,000. The fire captain is up 3% to 76. Retirement contribution, which is a mandated must do if you're full-time, and that's at this point almost 30%, it's 29 point something. So the accountant says that we're good at 52,000 for that. Still, the overtime pay for the captain, that's 15,000. Fireman's payroll, that's the callback. So the people that are on pager and when the tone goes out, those come back. That's at 210,000. That's up by 10,000. The part-time fireman's salary, we have coverage at the station from 8 to 4, Friday through Monday through Friday, and that is 155,000. And the CPA says 52,000 will work to cover everything that we just raised this year. And then so that brings the operating budget to $958,806, a difference of $40,336 over last year. And then going down to the articles, so we have been getting $87,000 to pay for the squad under a lease. We're going to pay the squad off early. And we have an ambulance that we purchased for $1 and put about 10,000, roughly 12,000 into it, and it's been operating for roughly 6-7 years now.
Yeah.
And we're finding significant rust happening. Now, this is already an older truck. So, I think we can pay this off pretty quick. But we're gonna leave that there. So we're gonna request for, the taxpayers to let us get a new lease agreement on a new ambulance, which is the responding vehicle for any medical calls.
And Joe, that won't raise taxes, right?
Pardon?
That will not raise taxes, right?
That won't raise tax at all. No, it's all part of the 5% raise that we're doing. We're again asking for the 100,000 to go into the truck capital reserve fund. 25,000 to go into station maintenance capital reserve fund. That's to handle any major breakdowns that happen. And then, this is new this year, we're looking for 18,000 to establish a new health and safety expendable fund trust. So that will be that if we get new people on, or even have people on that would like to do it, we're not gonna mandate it at this point.
It will be mandated eventually.
Right,
It's gonna
right,
be phased
right,
in.
once we have new people on, that they'll have to go get,
An NFPA physical examination
Pardon?
an NFPA physical examination by a doctor and cancer screenings annually.
yeah, so we can settle standard, for when people start fresh, when people start new. Each one of those is about $1,000
Yep.
to get that done. So that's where we're heading with that. So that brings our budget to $1,188,806. The difference between 2025 and 2026 is $58,336.
Roughly 6%.
Pardon?
Roughly 6%.
Not, I don't know, it's not
Yeah.
quite, but yeah.
Okay, Lynn?
I do have a couple of questions.
Absolutely.
How many members?
22.
Okay, and On your insurance, who's your carrier?
So, so we go with McNeil for the vehicle insurance, the equipment insurance, the automotive insurance, that type of thing. We have a side insurance company, which is, it's like a, it's an add-on insurance for anybody that gets hurt.
Supplemental.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the biggest one that's the problem is, as you probably know, every 3 years, the liability insurer changes. So it's 3 companies in the state of New
Because they share the
Hampshire
liability.
that share the responsibility for it. And we're with the Hartford currently, AKA also known as Travelers.
Right.
So we pay Hartford, but Travelers is the one dealing with us. And
I just think your insurance numbers are outrageous.
I'll-
I don't know why.
I'll show you the bills.
Well,
I'm not making the rates.
I'm just
Yeah.
making a statement. You know, you're paying $65,000 this next year
Yep.
on your insurance. And I'm looking at our insurance and it's a world of difference.
Well,
We're under
also-
10,000.
So,
And we still have a lot of liability and protection for our members, employees.
so I don't know about, so we stayed away from going with, what's the state insurance?
Primex.
Primex. That doesn't cover everything, we found out, especially this year.
So I was under the impression that all 3 departments have the same insurance company.
Do we all
Yeah.
have McNeil and
Yeah.
everything?
We do.
Yeah, so
Okay.
I think where you're seeing the increase for us is more guys. The more guys you have, the more guys get hurt. I mean, we've had guys get hurt. It's a dangerous job.
Yeah.
You know, so I think that's, you know, the more claims you have, the higher your insurance goes. And even though you
So
try to
we
do
had-
everything right, I think people get hurt.
Well, I would really suggest you look at it this next year, because that's outrageous.
What's the, I don't know how you're looking
Yeah.
at it. It's-
Well, call the insurance people in and talk to them.
Oh, they've been
No,
out.
we do. I'm constantly on the phone with our insurance broker. You go through Tom Green, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Nick's the exact same.
Okay.
No, really, I'm
And-
not,
yeah.
we're not spending money willy-nilly here on that.
And I'm looking at your payroll, I'm even with 22 members, 640,000 for payroll.
Yep.
It's huge.
Well, we also, at this point, we brought the department where we're at 7 minutes from home to on scene.
Yep, average, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's a standard that we
that's-
were looking to meet and we did
Okay,
that. You know,
yeah.
that's-
so that's where we're trying to
Okay,
do well.
okay, well, my main thing was that insurance number.
Yeah, I don't,
Thank you, Joe.
I don't like the insurance, trust me.
Yeah.
Especially the Hartford, I had them for 20 years for my own income, and, no. So, is that all?
That was it, that
Okay.
65,000 just
Yeah, I don't blame you.
put a
I don't like
flashbulb
it
for
either.
me. Okay, thank you.
Crystal?
Nope.
Michael?
No questions.
Robert?
Can you educate me? I thought we paid an ambulance service.
We do.
And what do you use your ambulance for?
Would you really like to know the answer?
Yeah.
Okay. So back, about the reason that we started looking for an ambulance was we were out on Route 16B, not saying, and there was a patient laying on the ground. For a good 20 minutes, the ambulance company is about a football field away and we're waiting for an ambulance. So we took it upon ourselves to find an inexpensive ambulance, thinking we would just cover if we needed to. But now we use it as a primary vehicle, and if you really want to know, about 30% of the time, Action does not cover their contract with the town of Ossipee.
So do you charge them for your ambulance going out? Because I would.
Well, we actually set up so that we do charge just like Action does now. We are looking to receive funds back when we actually have to transport, and we've done that more than a handful of times this past year. So,
It's more of a backup.
huh?
But, yeah, that I can hear what you're saying, but to me, if I've got a contract with somebody, I expect them to fulfill it.
Yeah.
No, it's-
You know,
I-
if they're
the
not,
contract-
I've got to do it, then I want to charge them back for what I'm getting, the services I'm going to have to do.
Yeah, Bobby, the other thing is the contract is a multi-town contract,
Yeah,
and the contract is for 3 trucks.
Right.
So if 3 trucks are gone, the contract's fulfilled.
so the
Right.
contract for 3 trucks is us and other towns?
6 towns.
Right, but if you look at the, we can go into some different discussion, but if you look at the contract and read it as a business person,
Yeah.
you would need 10 to 11 ambulances to cover that contract correctly. in my humble opinion.
So when's that contract come up?
Huh?
When does that contract come up?
Another
It's already
5
been
years.
signed, it's already done.
Okay.
And how long is it for?
Huh?
When you sign it, how long is it?
We don't sign it, the selectmen
The
do.
selectmen sign it.
But
yeah.
how long are we?
Three
It's
years?
five years.
Five?
Five.
It's up in 2030.
Yes.
Okay,
So
thank
sorry,
you.
I brought out the truth.
No, no,
But
the truth is what I
that's what's
wanted,
happening.
absolutely.
So making money is not our primary concern?
Right.
Is it nice? Sure.
Right.
But making money is not our primary concern, it's making sure the patient gets to the
Right, doesn't sit
hospital
on the side of the
within
road for 2
golden
hours.
hour. And the golden hour is from when they first go down.
Right,
So
okay, thank you.
so that's what we're looking at.
All right,
Anything else? No.
Okay.
I'm all good.
Okay. So when you're billing out for this ambulance, I
Yeah.
don't want to beat the subject to death, but who are you billing?
Who are we
Are
billing?
you billing their insurance or do you bill the person?
We're billing the insurance. Yeah,
Okay.
so, yeah, no, and I would hope that even with action, that if somebody can't pay, that they can say that we aren't gonna charge you. I don't know what their billing policy is, but at least our billing policy with the company that we have gone with says that if we deem that the person can't pay, then they won't look for any money from us either. So we went with a company that works per call effectively. Where Wakefield's company is based out of Wakefield, Massachusetts, they pay X amount of money.
That's
And it's just
retainer.
different. So we pay a percentage to the company that does the billing for us.
Right.
Yeah. Per call.
Okay, I just wanted to be sure who the bill is being sent to.
Yeah.
Edwina?
No, we will not bill somebody that way. We won't be moving that way. If they have insurance, if you have insurance, you have to bill everybody.
Right.
But if they can't pay, we're not gonna force anybody to pay. Hi.
Hi, I really appreciate the breakdown of everything, it's done really well. The only question I have is on the personal equipment, what is all of that, why?
So
I
personal
don't see
equipment
that
is,
elsewhere.
personal equipment is our turnout gear that we wear into the fire.
Oh,
So that-
okay,
So that each year we try to replace a few sets to keep, because there's a standard on years that you can keep it. It's 10 years. So we replace it every 10 years to kind of keep the stock up, make sure the guys are protected.
okay.
Yep.
And this year, you're way over.
We are. So one of the things we identified, and everybody's kind of dealing with it now, is there is chemicals in the gear called PFAS that are actually cancer causing. So we've been trying to, as we see a little extra money in the budget if we can, get more of the PFAS free gear for the guys, so they're not the guys that are showing up all the time, to try to replace that a little quicker.
Okay.
Yeah. So until just a couple of years ago, 4 or 5 years ago,
Roughly.
with the new gear,
Yeah.
the gear that the firefighters were doing their job in was cancer causing.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, Jennifer?
I don't have any questions, thank you.
Okay, on the ambulance, the contract with the town of Ossipee is, they have 3 ambulances just for Ossipee.
That's
No.
not true.
That's
That's
supposed to be in
that's
the
how I
contract.
read the contract too, but that's not true.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
That's the way it should be.
You should be billing, if you're covering with an ambulance that's covering the town contract, then you should be billing the town and the selectmen.
so
and
right
they
now-
should be-
So we have a.
And they should be going after
Yeah, so right now
after the ambulance company.
we have an MOU that's being drawn up. We met with the leadership in action, and it's gonna be drawn up between the commissioners, the selectmen, it is being drawn up right now, to sign, so when they're delinquent, I mean, if they have 3 calls, and all 3 trucks are out and we go to back up, that's one thing, because they've met the contract. If, say, they only have 2 trucks, or there's a short provider or something, which has happened a couple times, we will actually be able to bill action for that and get money back. And I believe West Ossipee is working on that as well, if they provide a driver, because sometimes that's the case. So there'll be some money coming back there. But
You should pull the ambulance contract, it is an interesting read.
I bet it is.
Yeah.
Okay, and one thing I don't see is any of your revenues,
We don't have any revenues.
you don't have.
No. So when we provide inspection services and stuff like that, that goes into our revolving fund, which DRA doesn't care about. As long as we're not going to Foxwoods, we're fine.
All right.
caught on fire, so it's a good thing you're not. I said Foxwoods just caught on fire, so you're lucky you're not.
Yeah, right, yeah. Did it really?
Yes.
All right, any other questions? No? All right, we'll take it under advisement.
Thank you, guys.
Okay, Ossipee Corner.
Ossipee Corner. So,
Adam, would you introduce the commissioners since they're, got a couple new
you're
new
really
kids
putting me on the spot.
Yeah, new kids on the block.
Brian Godfrey, Commissioner, Michelle Capone is the Chair, and Charlie Houle is another new Commissioner. So, 3 Commissioners with me, Adam Riley, Fire Chief. So our budget, few increases, just to go over, executive admin of 500. The snow removal, that went down 2,000 because last year we hadn't received a quote, so we were nervous, so we bumped ours way up last year. And then we ended up getting it to come in roughly the same, so that's why it's gone back down. We've actually got the bid this year for the coming year, it came in, so that's why it went back down. The general maintenance is up 10,000. That is for a project we need to do. The station needs some work. We're not getting into a new station. We need to put some money into the current station. We've got problems with the bay floors at this point, so we need, it's about $20,000 to fix the 2 main bay floors right now. So part of it's coming out of this year and the rest will be coming out of next year's funding. Liability insurance, general liability is up 400. On the next page, mutual aid dues, like everyone else, has gone up 1,000 to 10. Protective gear, again, we generally buy 3 sets a year. We can't do that with that money, so it has to go up 3,500. And again, we are purchasing the non-PFAS, that's more expensive than the regular gear that has it. Big surprise there. And we're actually purchasing between this year and next year enough so the primary members will have 1 set of non-PFAS is what we're shooting for. Payroll due to call volume is up $10,000, we're increasing it. Again, that's based on our call volume, we're up on calls, so. So the overall budget itself is up 23,400, which is 4%. Under our warrant articles, again, where we're trying to do something with a building, where that's always been 50,000 we discussed. And from the floor, it's been increased several times from the floor. So we took the initiative to increase it 25,000 to 75,000 for this year, which would increase our warrant articles by 25,000. So the overall with warrant articles is up 8.39%, is what our budget is in a nutshell. If there's any questions.
Okay, Lynn,
No questions, thank
you
you.
don't want to question your own budget? Crystal?
Nope.
Michael?
No questions.
Robert?
I'm all set, thank you.
Catherine? Edwina?
Just, so the building warrant article, is that in addition to the 20,000 that you've put in the budget? Also, is that for the same project?
It goes into a capital reserve fund.
Yes. But is that what you're using it? Is that what you're going to?
Yeah, so we've been putting 50,000 in every
Yeah.
year, and this year we're asking for 75, so it'd be an additional 25,000. So it'd be
Okay,
a
but you
total
said
of
you had problems with the building.
the current building. This is for new building, that warrant article.
This is for a new building?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
The 10,000 in the general maintenance, that's what is addressing the issues
Thank
right
you.
now.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, Jennifer?
No questions, thank you.
Okay. All right, we'll take that one under advisement too. All right. Do that. Here, I've lost. Yeah, go ahead.
Are we off the fire department? Sir?
Yeah, we're all done with the precinct.
Okay, I'm wondering, as for discussion, is there any way we can ask the fire departments to have the same kind of accounting? Every one of them are presented to us differently.
They're individual.
No, I know that, but they have the same line items, you know, that come from the state. And
We have the same spreadsheet.
you have the exact same spreadsheet, but they're not set up the same. It would be really helpful.
Yeah,
I think,
they're supposed to be using what used to be the MS-37 form, but they're not. The only one that is actually West Ossipee.
May I?
Go ahead.
You can't really gain access to the MS 737 form until you fill out your articles, and then it creates the 737 form. So that's kind of, in my opinion, a backwards way of doing it, because you can't really finish the MS 737 form until December 31st. So this is early in the budget.
So are you saying West Ossepee's the only one that fills it out, right?
Yeah, they've copied it from years past.
Oh, well, okay, I would
Just checking, thank you.
except that it isn't, you know, there's a 25, and the expenditures aren't here. I'm talking about the whole, you know, the whole presentation is very different.
Yeah, on the,
Well, I mean, if I mean, you said you like mine, so whatever. If I'm more than happy to share my Excel file with everybody.
Exactly. So,
Could you
I mean,
please send them to all the chiefs? They should
Absolutely.
all be the same so we
Yeah.
can read them
That-
I'd
accordingly.
love to have all the emails of all the commissioners. It'd be great.
all right, well, yeah, well, we don't
I'll
have to
get you
do
started.
that, but I
No?
mean, do
I'll
you
get you
need
started.
a motion?
Okay.
These
yeah,
requests?
we need a motion for that.
So, go ahead. Do you want me to do it, Elaine?
Sure.
Joe, just maybe make sure I get the wording right in there, because we're asking for uniformity in presenting the budget from all three precincts, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So I make a motion that we request from the 3 fire precincts that what they present to the budget committee is uniform. Are we going to go with the center, Ossepee's? Form?
It needs to be similar to the town's form, where we have the appropriation from last year, the expenditure from last year, and the request for this year.
Okay, so we're asking that they, that
Right
there is uniformity in the three precincts as they present their budget, so that they're using the same format.
We're individual.
Yeah, can I? Yeah, thank you.
Precincts.
Yeah, we have 3 individual, we're 4 individual towns. So the way you're wording it is correct, to request. Because you can't
We're
ask.
following the state guidelines, the state numbers and everything. I mean,
We're just
Okay.
asking you to make it easier on us to be able to see how each one of these is
department
doing.
is
Yeah.
is
But
very
if you
different in
can-
their own
Of
aspect
course,
as well.
we're just asking for uniformity in how it's presented. No one's asking you to change what's in it, just how it's presented.
Joe, would you get somebody to second that so I can talk?
I'll second that.
Okay, we have a motion made and seconded.
Okay, on the question. If you look at the different presentations between the departments, you have West Ossipee has already filled out their official paperwork that goes into the state. Okay? And then they have an amendment in the back that shows their breakdown of the departments, and they're using the numbers, the same numbers that are on Center Ossipee and the same numbers that are on Ossipee Corner. Now, I'll speak for Ossipee Corner, if I do represent them. We use the MS 737, which is the state form, with the numbers and the breakdowns of the different categories. So these actual transfer directly to the 737 with those breakdowns for the state form, which is really what you see in your state forms, your 737. Yeah. Yeah, just like on this MS1, it has the different categories for the state. That's just an example of what, I don't have a 737 in front of me. Where is it?
It's on the bottom of your new stuff.
Bottom of the new stuff.
Oh.
Okay.
It looks very much like the MS.
Okay,
Oh, there we go. All right. So here's 737, state form. When you get into it, the breakdowns, the categories of the state, they're using the same, these are the code numbers that they use. The same code numbers are being used by each department.
Yep.
So West Ossipee, Center Ossipee, and Ossipee Corner are using the same code numbers.
So, can I speak? I'm sorry.
Well, this.
But they're not.
Well, they could be
Well-
different numbers.
No, but they're
Yeah.
not. If you look at them, and I'm not trying to argue
Yeah.
because I'm representing West Ossipee
Uh-huh.
and I like them very much.
Well, and
But wait, if you look at West Ossipee's, it's significantly different from Center Ossipee and Ossipee Corners. Because, I mean,
Well, if
you've
you
got,
look at the legal line, 413017, you can take that same number, 411317, and go into the other.
Okay,
do that on West Ossipee.
Whoa, one
No,
at a
because I
time.
don't see it.
Yeah.
Jennifer's up for it now.
Because what I'm saying is West Ossipee, their lines, am I not looking at the same thing you
In
are?
the second line B, shows the code number.
Okay,
So they are using the same
Okay.
code numbers.
all right. But what's missing, what you've got you've got the budget, the expenses, the balance, and the proposed.
Right.
And you have that on 2, but you
Uh-huh.
don't have that on the 3rd.
Right.
And that is what throws everything off. So if
Yeah.
there was some sort of, like, yeah, I get that we have, like,
Yeah, with
7
the
or 7,
same
but you
code
can't get
numbers.
into that until you have everything
Yeah.
done. Whereas if you were able to have the expenditures meeting all the criteria on the same
Mm-hmm. On the same page.
then it's much easier to
Right.
follow it. And as simple as, and I'm not being too picky, but as simple as the budget for 2025, 1,000, 1,000, period, dot, 0. What they're asking for 2026 is just 1,000. So when your eyes follow and you're trying to read a budget, you want it to be uniform because you've got the cents on one and the cents not on the other, which sounds so stupid when I say it out loud.
I
But
know
when
it,
your eyes
yeah.
are looking at the paper,
Uh-huh.
you are not seeing the same numbers.
I understand
One looks
that,
smaller
yeah.
than the other, and to follow it and read it, to have continuity, it's so much easier to have that like that. So I understand you're all separate, and I love that for all of you, and I appreciate it. But to make educated observations and suggestions or even understanding, it would be so awesome to have some sort of uniformity to what we're looking at. Again, y'all work very hard and I completely appreciate everything you do. And I need you there if I need you there. But I'm just saying, like, I'm not picking, but it would just be so awesome to be able to look at it and go, yeah, I see it.
Well, see, West Ossipee's doesn't show expenditures.
Correct.
Okay, so that's the only correction that they need to really do for this breakdown.
Okay,
No.
and Lena,
Well, Lynn, I guess you've spoken right to the point. Yes, 413017 is a code, and it's on all 3 of them,
Right.
but they're in different places.
Right.
So if you start, as Center Ossipee did, 4150-01 is line 1. Line 1 on West Ossipee's is legal.
Yeah,
And 413017. And the line on Ossipee Corners starts with 4130.
Well,
So-
see, that's your 737. Numbers go
okay.
in chronological order and the breakdown.
What an
thing.
idea. See, so I think that's wonderful. And that's what I think we're talking about, is we know that the codes are the codes, but can they just go in order and have some continuity to them? It's not, it's taking your figures that you're doing anyway. We're not asking you to fill out that form that you do after these have been voted, but start with this year's expenses that are approved and then just put them in.
okay, Robert?
I got a question for you, Lynn. Can you upload to this form, the state form, and download a delimited file? Because if you can go right from its cell up and right from its cell down, put them in exact order, put your new numbers in, and I understand where you're coming from with the form. You can't finish out until the end of the year, okay? But if you can just put it in the same form, it might make it a little bit easier, and the same format.
Technically, we're not supposed to print out the final 737 until after the hearing.
Okay,
No.
correct.
You know.
No, but you can use
Yeah.
it as a draft.
We can draft it.
And that's what I was wondering about. I know some of the forms that I fill out at work and stuff like that for different government agencies, I can upload and download. a delimited form, so I can put it, download as an Excel, put it in there, put it how I want it. And some things you can't load up until you actually send the part or whatever it is, and I can then backload it into that form, so I can do
Well,
what I
that's
need to
why
do with the
we-
data here and move it to there.
Yeah, that's why we set up our financial
Right,
report for every month.
right,
It's based, we don't change it.
yep,
We use the same format. that's
same
the seven-
everything,
For the 737.
yep.
Okay, Catherine.
Oh, no, I just, you know, you're here, we look at a lot of paper. And if we could have uniformity within all the fire departments,
Oh, I
You know-
agree, makes it easier.
I mean, it really does, because everyone does have their own unique way, and that's lovely. But what I think we need is just something, consideration for, people that are reading this, and just making that a little more clear and obvious for us, because we're gonna be looking at all three. Would it be a hardship? I mean, you're on there, would it be such a hardship for?
Well, it wouldn't be for our, because we went through that process years ago.
Oh,
I don't know how it'll affect the others. I don't want to speak
Would you
for
like-
them,
okay.
okay? But precincts are asking us as a budget committee to review their budgets. So I'm sure that they would be willing to help the members to have clarity on what they're presenting.
Yeah, just so everyone's looks the same, so that you can say like, okay, they're starting here, these are gonna be legal, then, yeah, that's all. No one's asking for anything.
Okay.
So, if I could just approach this, you're never gonna get, so for us, I have no issue, I would love to share stuff. I think if we can all work together, and, which we're doing way better than we were 15 years ago. So, you're never gonna get the same thing.
Yeah.
You might come close, because for instance, when you're looking at the sheets that I'm presenting to you, that's breaking out different accounts that I, as one of the people looking at the numbers, want to know where we're spending. So what West Ossipee may have as sub-accounts to their main account, like if you look at my sheet, for instance, the 4194, there's a dash 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way down to 10. And all those accounts get into the MS 737 4194, they all get added together. This separates them, so we know what we're spending on heat and what we're spending on phones and all that stuff. So that's something I want to keep track of for the fire department, so we
Fantastic.
know what's
It would be
going on.
great if
Catherine,
everyone.
hold on.
I'm sorry.
Are you done?
Yeah,
Okay, Catherine.
Oh, no.
I think so. Did that help?
Yes,
Yes.
yes, it did. It would, yeah, it'd just be nice if everyone would do that, the same, and if the three departments could just talk with us, to find like, what's the, something that we can agree on. But I do like how you broke it down, because the more detail is better, so you can see what has gone up. Like you say, some things you have no control over, just the price of some things go up. And so it's nice to see where, the details of that, and it's really, really helpful. And I appreciate it, thank you.
Okay, Robert?
It sounds to me like what we're really looking for is just the same way to present the data,
Yes.
okay? So each one of these are individuals, they all have their different individual things. What I suggest is we ask them for this. What's your proposed, what's your expenditure, what's next year, what's the difference, and what's the percentage? However they want to give it to us is fine, because when I look across that, that's what I'm looking at, right? And that, I think, is a little bit easier with each one of their different accounting systems than making them all go to one form, one way. Really doesn't matter as long as the data are presented the same way. Does that make sense?
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I would
Okay.
suggest.
Could we amend the,
I would like to amend that to what I just said.
okay? And I will second that. All right, we're gonna vote on the amendment. All those in favor of the amendment? Aye?
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? Okay. So we're going to vote on it with the amendment, which is, all in favor? Aye. All opposed? Okay. We got it?
No,
We all set?
no.
No? Who said no?
Can I just get clarity? you're wishing for the precincts to speak together and present the data in one format.
All we want is the same data.
You just want it presented in the
Right,
same
exactly.
data.
However you do it behind the scenes.
We're all gonna use.
Whatever you're using now.
MS-737 numbers.
Yep,
Yes.
yep, yep,
But you just want it presented.
right. So I can look at one line item. I know what last year's was, I know what you spent, I know what you're asking for, I know what the difference is, and the percentage of difference. That's all I
So just
need.
slightly, so
It
as
doesn't,
far as Ossipee Corners, ours would just be slightly amended to show you a percentage.
yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Okay?
Just-
However
yeah.
it doesn't matter that they line up or anything else to me on the paper, that's what I'm looking for.
You just, okay, I just wanted to really.
No, I
clarify what
appreciate
you were
that, I
asking.
really do.
Okay, okay.
Then we're all on the same page, works better that way.
Yep.
Okay, any other questions? Okay, we get done on that one. All right, so we're done on the precinct? Okay, we have an expenditure sheet here for you people to review, and, the revenues from the by departments. We also have a 5 years copy of the, taxable assessments and so forth. And we have copies of the warrant articles, proposed, and we have a copy of the operating budget proposed for 2026. And the warrant articles for 2026, and a draft copy of the Osspi's MS-737. Those are all stuff that we requested last week, 2 weeks ago, excuse me. So we're gonna need to take and each of us review that over the next week or so, a couple of weeks, until the December 3rd meeting when we start to work on the budget. We will be reviewing West Osspi's budget again on that night, so we will take theirs up first so we can get them in and out. If that is fine with everybody else.
Yep.
Okay? Anything else to come before this meeting? If not, okay.
Can you repeat that, what you're wanting to see at the next meeting?
Huh?
Can you repeat what you're wanting to see at the next meeting?
Next meeting, we need to have West Ossipee Fire Precinct come back again. And then we're gonna start and go over the budget and try and finalize the budgets. Yes, we.
Okay. I get, can you explain, so we've got MS1s from 2020, 21, 22, 23, and 24.
Okay,
What
those-
do we do with this?
Those are the evaluation sheets. Those are what the town appraised evaluations are.
But why do we have 2020? It's,
Why we have 5 years worth?
yes,
Is so we can calculate what the percentage of increase in evaluation there is each and every year, on an average of over the 5 years. Okay, but one thing you'll find in the middle of this, the 2023 and 2024 evaluations are after the reevaluation, so it's going to be much higher.
okay.
Okay, so basically when you're comparing them for percentage rates, you're going to have to go from 2020 to 2022 and compare those, and then compare 2023 and 2024. So you're working off the same platform.
Okay,
So what you're doing is basically, you want to see the percentage that the tax base goes up or the land value goes up and keep our tax rate in that thing, and then you're basically got a flat tax coming in, all right? If your land value goes up and and what you're spending goes up more than that, you got an increase in your taxes.
Yeah.
Other way around, you get a decrease in your taxes. And we're trying to stay under inflation in that ratio. Am I
Correct.
Right, Joe?
Correct.
Okay.
But as I say, because of the reevaluation, there's a big jump between 2022 and 2023, and that's the reason for it.
okay.
So that's how you need to compare those sheets together for the information to figure your percentage of increase in evaluation, so we can try and keep the tax rate stable. Okay, any other questions?
I have one.
Yes, sir.
Dallas Emery. I was just wondering if you did any research on the audits. I know that some information got sent over, how those are conducted and who conducts them. I know it was a question at the last budget committee meeting.
Okay, we don't have anybody from the selectman's office tonight here. We don't have the selectman's representative is not here tonight. And neither is Matt or anybody else, so no, we do not have any of that information. And until they come, then we won't have it.
Okay. Did I hear you mention that you had the warrant articles already?
Yes.
So you know how much they're asking above and beyond on the warrant articles?
It's the ones that
But I
we've
didn't hear
already
any
got,
figures.
we've already reviewed. Hold on, I can find it. Oh, okay, yep. Last year's warrant articles, no,
Oh, I thought you meant.
they didn't, no.
This year's.
This year's total warrant articles total 1,255,000.
Okay.
That's all the warrant articles together.
600,000 is for paving.
All right, no increase.
That's not including the petition warrant articles that are due in.
Right, because we won't get them,
So we haven't gotten to those yet.
we haven't seen any as of yet.
Okay. That was all.
But there is no increase in any of the warrant articles different than last year. Today,
Okay,
I'll put the date in.
all right, well, that's all I had for questions.
Everything is subject to change at any moment.
Mr. Chairman,
Don't get one.
Yes, sir.
can I speak?
Yep.
Okay. Since each budget for the, each precinct is above $50,000, you're supposed to have an audit. Do we get audits from the precincts, and who does the auditing, and how can I find that information?
They have their own auditors. I don't know who each precinct uses.
Does it ever come in with the package of their budget?
No, they've never brought one in with their packets.
It was not requested.
Huh?
It was not requested.
No,
But
it's never been
We
requested.
can submit it.
So if I
We
wanted,
can just ask.
We
so
can
if
ask
I
for
wanted
it.
to put a 91A request in, it would be to the precincts to get
Yes.
that
Yes.
information.
Uh-huh.
Okay,
But
and they don't
could we
share
take
that.
could we just take a vote now that we have asked for it?
We can, just, maybe, so you can make a motion.
On that? So just make sure, correct me if my wording is wrong. But I would make a motion that we request from each fire precinct a copy of their audits.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion made and seconded. Any discussion? Robert?
What are you looking to discover by this?
Well,
I mean,
it's part of, it's part of,
If
it's
you
part of
get
the
an
law.
audit, it has to be certified, right?
Well, a certified CPA is
Right,
supposed
has to
do
do the audit.
Gotta
What
do
I'm wondering
anything.
is, are we putting more burden on our fire departments that doesn't need to be there?
If they're already having it done, all they're doing is giving us a copy.
Right, but somebody's gotta dig the copy out, somebody's gotta bring it.
It's a
There's
piece
a-
of paper, you print it
Well,
out.
What I can
say,
what I can offer
everything has a
is-
cost.
I can offer is just, I'll ask for it and I'll just
Yeah.
share it with you if you.
But, I mean, I think maybe it should just be a part of the regular budget, you know, the things that they bring in.
Well,
You know,
I don't
think
think an
May I
audit
make
is,
a point?
yes, ma'am.
The audit that we just received in August, okay, was for 24. Okay, so we won't have 25s until next August.
we can just ask for the most recent,
That would be the most recent that any department would have.
and that's fine.
Would be the year before
And it
the
makes
current
sense.
budget.
Yeah, which is, unfortunately, is more or less passé information because
No,
it's a year behind,
We don't have anything to link it up to what we got right there.
Yeah,
Can I say something?
Yes,
It's also
please.
not a piece of paper.
yeah.
It
It's
is a
book.
book.
No, yeah, it's a
It is a
document,
book.
yes.
It is a large document. It is not a print it off and here you go. It is work, which
Okay.
they all do. They all have all the precincts have outside sources that come, they,
Can I
it's
make,
all done. So
can-
it really isn't precedent to what we're talking about now.
okay, can I make an amendment to this? Is that instead of having a copy of the audit, I'm speaking, until we have a copy of, so we don't have to have a copy of the complete audit, that all we have is a certified piece of paper from the, whoever the accountant is, that they have done the audit and just the overall findings? Whether it, would you give us the basic information on one sheet of paper?
Sorry, I'm speaking in my head. It comes out
Signature
sometimes.
page.
Huh?
A signature page.
May I table this until you actually see one of the books?
I've seen one of the books.
Okay, because then you could pick out
You're
what you
forgetting I was
want.
commissioner for 28 years?
Well,
Okay, I've seen the books.
okay, but I'm saying, you know, you
Yeah,
have new
to
members.
copy that book, to
yeah.
copy that book is ridiculous.
Yeah.
You're not asking for a book, your amendment is to
My
just ask
amendment
for-
is to ask for a
Yeah.
single sheet of paper
Some-
saying that it has been done
Okay,
and a basic findings.
all
It's
right.
usually
I
called a
think what you-
management letter, that's
A
usually.
management okay,
Yeah.
management letter. I'm not sure how to approach, you've got that down pat, okay? Robert?
Real quick point here. Seems like we did this last meeting too, right?
For the
So-
nonprofits.
For the nonprofits. So I think we need to make it even. If we're gonna do it for one, let's do it for all, but all we need is the management level. We don't need to be reading books, okay? I mean, I still have a full-time job out of here.
Yeah, Mr. Chairman, I wasn't asking you to do anything different. I was just asking, is there an audit? Because this is the first time I've viewed
Yes,
this.
each of the
these
precincts have their books audited. Yes, amen.
Well, I'm glad you brought it up, because I was gonna say that very thing, that 2 weeks ago, we asked the nonprofits.
Right, and that's why I
to do that
changed
next
it
year.
to
So,
a
so I
single
think-
sheet.
I think if we need to be consistent.
I think we need to be consistent and just
Yeah.
say, we want, you know, a summary sheet, whatever you wanna call it, from everybody that gets audited.
Because the audit goes down to DRA, so,
Yeah.
so 2024 should be down in DRA, so you
Yes.
have it. I just wanted to know if you ever see it.
No.
Okay.
Okay, so, it has been, no, it hasn't been amended because it didn't have a second to it.
Second.
Okay, we have a second. Thank you,
Now you
dear.
can discuss.
Okay,
Now we can discuss it.
all in favor of the amendment? Aye. All opposed? Okay, all in favor of the article amended? Aye. All opposed? We're good. Now, is there anything else to come before this meeting? Anything from the public? Dallas, because you say it again.
I'm gonna stay out of it because I think all of these budgets are way too high. So, let's.
These are under review. We haven't passed a thing. Anything else? And a motion to adjourn is in order.
So moved.
We got one move. We got a second.
Second.
We got a second. All in
Let's get the hell
favor?
outta here.
We're out of here. Anybody opposed?
Happy Thanksgiving.
Yes. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody.
You want to see pictures?
Can't guarantee it.
Take it easy, Joe.
Yep. Have a good one.
Send it. Not responsible for them.
Okay, did you receive my email
Sure.
about the nonprofit?
But, no. People really like.
Well, I have not looked at it.
Okay, well, it answers my question.
It is, it's
Okay.
beautiful.
Then somebody.
I will look for it.
The non-profit.
Yes, you need to, yeah, what you do is you send pictures.
Nonprofits. Couldn't think of the word.
To somebody or-
Did you read my email?
Well, it's.
Huh?
Did you read the email about the nonprofits?
No, I haven't seen it.
And
Oh,
I
God.
think the select board will.
I didn't get it. I looked just went through all my emails today.
Remember you asked me to look into the RSA to cover
Yeah.
your
You know,
responsibilities
like
at
what
work
would make a
about the
nice cover.
nonprofit.
Oh,
People
Yeah.
like
Well, I
this,
sent
but
that
then
out.
people like
A whole
this.
I will
nice-
Right.
resend it.
Nice
Um,
letter.
And I
Okay.
think they like
So
a
make sure you
vertical
read
because
it.
the book
Okay.
is vertical, so it would be a vertical.
Okay, there's a good
Not a
point to be
horizontal,
made.
yeah.
I don't
Maybe
go
just
on
to
it.
go over
Sorry,
that.
I haven't seen it yet.
I don't know.